Bloodlust of the mind. It was 5 a.m., 9 hours before the bodies were found. Dane was in an abandoned train station. Dane then picked up a crowbar on the floor and began to walk back to where the people were. He hid around the corner until they went to where he was supposed to be. They began to yell at each other when they realized he wasn't there and that the key was not in their pocket. As they scattered around looking for him, they split up into different groups. There was one person who went in alone. Dane went after that one. As the person looked around the corner, trying to find Dane, he was getting suspicious and kept on looking behind him, but nothing could save him from what happened next. As he looked around the corner, the last thing he saw was the crowbar going into his face repetitively. Dane's first victim was down and he wanted more. He looted the guy and now had a machete. It was 6 a.m., 8 hours before the bodies were found. He went after a group of 2, and these guys had guns. He took one out with no problem. He did not make the slightest of noise as he slit his throat and covered his mouth while dragging him into the darkness and making sure that would be the last thing he ever saw. He even waits for an hour and paranoia starts to grow on the unexpecting victim. He had his gun out and was shouting for his partner to come back. He then walked into a container yard, still looking for Dane. As he turns a corner, Dane jumps from one of the containers with his machete and cuts his head in half. He screams for 1 second, then silence. 2 more to go, he says. The remaining men know what happened to the others and are setting up a trap for Dane. As he walked into the center of the train station, a bear trap went off, going into his foot in agonizing pain.